Lovely, jubbly.
Good way to start the show. How are we doing? We're live.
We
This
should
is
be
ATW
on.
podcast. Production by Liver and Bacon, and we are live from the Shabby Shack, and with two guests here. I feel like for the first time ever, I'm like the mature one. Doesn't happen very often, but mature one. Yeah. Mature. So we're with a guy called Simon PJ Hooper Kelly. He's a stuntman.
Thank you very much.
There he is, right there.
There
he is, right there.
Lovely.
And don't know whether he's in camera. Is he in camera? Hey Steve,
Yep.
is he in camera? Yeah.
I'm on camera.
He's in camera.
Easy peasy lemon
Let's
squeezy.
get him out of camera. And over here we got an outsuit gentleman. How many years were you in the Navy, Rodney? Too many years in the Navy. Can we hear Rodney all right? Yeah.
Yeah,
good?
can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah.
So Rodney was in the Navy for I think about 45 years.
And the rest.
And the rest. Well, go on. How long? How long was it?
18 years regular service.
18 years.
Bring the mic to the mouth, darling.
Bring it to the
Bring
mouth.
the mouth.
Just
Like a woman and a nipple. All right, love, to the mouth.
You haven't got a mic and
I
no one
know.
can hear you. So we're not talking to you. Just just for a second. Just for a second.
18
You'll
years.
go.
18 years.
Let it rest on your chin. Let it rest on that lovely chin of yours.
Up here.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I can't hear me.
Okay. Right, so Rodney, so you've been in it. You were in the you were in the forces for how many years exactly?
18 years regular service.
Yep.
And then after 37 years, I resigned the commission from the reserve.
You okay? Right, and then you became a businessman.
I was a businessman in the reserve. Yes,
Okay.
From the age of in my 30s.
This is the longest introduction I've ever done because my point I want to get to here is the
Go
fact
on.
that Rodney, after a long time in the Navy, then was a very successful businessman and then went on to be an ambassador and endorser for not one but 3 political parties. Right? I mean,
I'd say 2.
not at the same time. Not
I'd
at the
say
same.
2.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
Okay, well you helped endorse the Liberal
I
Democrats.
was the Liberal Democrats 2 years ago.
That was that 2 years ago.
Was
That was
it
actually only.
3
It was
years?
only a year and a half ago. But
Was it?
yeah, less said about that. That's
Well,
me.
you should have made it. I mean, I worked
No.
my butt off to get you in there.
You did work very, very hard.
Yeah.
I didn't. I didn't work very hard.
Talk about flogging a dead horse.
I know.
And then later I did. You introduced me to Jessica Toll, who's now the
I know.
Labour MP for Bournemouth West.
Yeah, that was really strange that you wanted to, or having usually been a Tory or a Liberal, you wanted to endorse this very good-looking lady that was running for Labour. That was really bizarre. It's weird. I don't understand why.
Why? Because I didn't like the incumbent.
I know why. We know why. We know why, Rodney. We know
I didn't
why.
like the incumbent and I wanted him out.
Well, and you
And
got
she-
that.
and we did
And
it.
on a serious note, we did get the we did get the Tories out, didn't we? We got
did
them
indeed,
out. We
yeah,
did get them out.
yeah.
And also down in Poole, there's a guy called Neil Duncan Jordan.
Who's an absolute gentleman.
You like him? Have you
I
met him?
do. No, I've spoken to him, I've emailed with him.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Yeah,
I'm a big
same
fan.
here, yeah.
You know, he was on my radio show with his band 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I had no idea that he was even into politics. But here's something about Neil Duncan Jordan that's really exciting, is that I invited Robert Sims. In fact, my mother invited
Yes,
Robert
I
Sims
remember you
to
saying
come to Grooves in the Green.
Yes.
And he just did a no-show. For no apparent reason, not even an email to say why he wasn't going to come.
Yeah.
But he just did an absolute no-show. Then out the blue, Neil Duncan Jordan is outside Grooves in the Green, hustling like crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
And my mum and all her mates from the tennis club
I'll get
ended up
another
voting
set,
for
though.
him.
I'll get another 2 more.
And not only did they vote, he won by 11 votes.
I remember that very well because I thought it was hilarious that Sims kept asking for recounts.
He did. He kept asking for recounts. Yeah.
Couldn't take it, yeah.
But anyway, so what do you see? Where do you see the future? Are you going to keep going with the Labour guys?
That is, well, I keep going with, I vote for the person, not for the party.
Well, that was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
It actually had nothing to do with Labour, did it? It's because you
Yeah.
liked Jessica.
I like Jessica, she's an honest girl. No, she's lovely.
Yes.
I mean, I've met her many times.
Did you diddle it?
You like Jessica?
I like her as a person, yeah. She's
Yes, I'm sure she did.
and her husband's super.
Her husband is awesome actually, isn't he? He's a good guy. And I stand behind you with that because I think I met Jessica.
Anyways.
No, but she does look great. She walks into a room and she is striking and she arrives.
Yeah.
And Neil Duncan Jordan's he looks almost like an artist or an author or something, but he's got power. He's got some power behind, and which is got zero to do with actually the Labour Party. That is down to
The individual. That's what I said with Jess the other day. She had a surgery. Is it right to call it a surgery? On the 11th of November, on Monday the 11th of November, I had arranged for my ex-military group to meet with Jess.
Yeah.
And we were talking, and she said about the Labour Party. I said, Jess, I'm sorry, I voted for you. I didn't vote for the Labour Party.
Very different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
very
she
different.
said, well, I'm thankful for that, Rodney.
Well, I'm going to ask you whether you're thankful in any way that I've introduced you to this crazy Irishman that is in the room.
I'm trying to make me
Rodney,
mind.
Rodney, stop it,
It's quite an
Rodney.
experience though, isn't it? When he
It is.
arrives.
Well,
It's like,
I can remember.
you always
we were
remember when you
talking
first
earlier.
meet this guy. He's one of those.
Bray. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful Bray. That's where
Absolutely.
you're from. Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. I just have to suffer this burden of being with the most amazing human beings at this moment in time, and I just have to say, Rodgers, you're just super.
Oh, thank you.
I thought you were going to talk about me there. But nevertheless.
Well, of course, Allan, your name, what can I say? You're just amazing anyway. I mean, really, do you need an introduction at this stage?
No, I do that for myself.
Old fellas rule.
Yeah.
Well, you do, and you're a fantastic looking man. You keep yourself together, and you are a hit with the ladies still at your age, aren't you? I mean, you are. It's crazy. Obviously, you've only got one.
One more.
Actually, I'm on that TV program. What's it called? Odd Bodies or something like that.
Odd Bodies?
Yeah.
Not Naked Attraction.
Not Naked Attraction.
Odd Bodies.
No.
I've got one testicle. It's twice the size of the other two.
Really?
Oh, embarrassing body.
Oh my gosh! But anyway, we better talk to this. Our initial guest today. I mean, my mum was talking about Rodney earlier. And she said he just has this amazing ability when anything's going on, a party or anything, that he can suddenly just get in there and get invited to it. This is the first podcast, the first ATW podcast.
Thank you.
The main guy was supposed to be Simon PJ Hooper Kelly, and suddenly you've just gone and.
Do you want to take over?
Give him the
Sorry,
Give him the microphone. Okay.
Hello, darling.
Hello, Simon. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. Let's do it.
Hello, Sam.
Nice
to see you. Nice
to see you. Nice indeed. Did you have a nice flight?
I had a great flight. The
Tell
stewardesses
us-
were wonderful.
Is your arm sore?
Oh, yeah. Well, the right one is. I'm working on the left.
Unbelievable. Okay.
Swings. No, I had a wonderful flight. Yes, the stewardesses were very kind, and the Jameson was.
Who did you fly with?
Oh, I was flying English.
Okay, but you fly.
I think
No.
so.
No.
Oh, I was
You
flying
haven't got a
English.
microphone.
Yes. I just want to say, Rodney Dangerfield over here is taking a mickey. All right, but he's a wonderful. I tell you, folks, he is a ringer for Roger Moore, isn't he?
Well, I think he's a ringer for
Smart,
Kenny
debonair.
Rogers.
Oh, do you remember
Kenny Rogers.
You still haven't got a microphone.
that barbecue back in the summer with the fella from Blur?
Blur.
Oh, Blur.
Blur.
Yeah, so good. Actually, we'll get this guy. Actually, Steve, we will get this guy on the show. He was the original drummer for Blur.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. But and he's awesome. He's got a band called Nevermind the Bongos. And he's so charismatic. His name's Mark.
He's hilarious.
He's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, he's absolutely brilliant.
Especially when he's pissed.
Which is most of the time. He's drinking quite well. But he gave up Blur to get a real job. So he's now playing a lot of open mics in Pulkey.
Yeah,
So anyway,
and for production value purposes, we now need a third mic. So any donation is acceptable. All right, so we're setting up a GoFundMe page for We Need a Mic.
this is the one way I can slightly control the situation. All right, Simon, PJ, Hooper Keller. What do we call you? Do we call you Simon? Do we call you
Oh,
Hooper?
well, in
Danger
Hollywood. Oh, Danger Man. That's Dangerous Dave. No, in Hollywood, they all know me as Hooper, so I'll just go with Hooper.
When you say they all know you, now you've been a stuntman to some of the biggest stars,
Yes,
but
yes,
people
yes.
wouldn't know your face because when you're a stuntman, you're obviously doubling someone else, correct?
Absolutely, they get paid the big money and I get paid the little money, but I make them really look good.
You made them look good.
I made them look good.
So how old were you when you did your first ever stunt?
I was 8 years of age on a TV show called Bracken.
Bracken, tell us about Bracken.
Bracken was an Irish show with the wonderful Gabriel Byrne starred in it. And he was only a young buck at the time. And Martin Grace was the stunt driver, and I think it was Pete Diamond, was a wonderful British stunt coordinator. He was coordinating, and I basically had to.
8 years old,
8
you were
years of age.
you were doing stunts.
Yeah. 8 years
So
of
what
age.
stunt was it?
Basically, the car was coming down. I hit a mini tram as the car hit me, and I went over the hedge. It's great.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, yeah.
You weren't driving.
No, I wasn't driving. No.
But you were in the car. But you were in the car.
No, the car was driving down. I was on the road, and then I was a kid that panicked, and I ran, and then I hit a mini tram to make it look more extravagant. And we hit a mini tram and then over a hedge, and I landed on boxes on the other hedge. So.
How does that work when you're 8 years old and you're getting because your parents weren't really involved in stuff?
No. My mum co-founded the Square One Theatre Group back in Ireland with 4 of the ladies, and that's where I found my love of the art per se. And
So
then
did you
from
do
that-
acting?
No, I never
If it
was
was
an
theatre?
actor. I did it, but it never was my buzz. My buzz was the action side of it. So
You knew from an early age, this is the thing. You want to be that
oh
guy.
God, yeah. How it happened about is I was in my dad's car. Dad shot around a corner. I shot out the door. Most 7-year-olds at the time would be crying, but I got a hard on, and at the time I was going. I don't know what the apologies. Sorry. I got a Woody to be more polite. Okay.
Well, even more so. Apologies.
Sorry, it's live. Deal with it, baby. So anyway, I
It's a
grew it.
trial.
Let's put it this way.
It's a
I
trial.
grew it.
It's a trial.
I grew a few inches and I got a great buzz out of it, and I said, I don't know what this is, but it feels good at 7. So my first stunt was at 8, and then I've just gone on to just do various stuff, and then.
So was that first gig actually paid?
Yeah,
It was. And tell us, what was the name of the show called again?
Bracken.
Bracken. What was Bracken?
1981.
In Ireland.
In Ireland. It was basically a little TV show based around the village in Ireland, and really, what happens in the village. And
So does everybody know it in Ireland, Bracken?
Yeah, it's everybody knows.
So it's like
Bracken.
Coronation Street or Green
Yeah.
Show over here?
Absolutely.
What do you want?
It's on a, I say I watched it the other night on TV.
Yeah.
Did
One
you?
of the catch-up programs.
Yeah.
Oh, is it on one of the gold networks?
Yeah.
It's
Ah,
somewhere
okay.
along the way. Yeah.
We could
it's
dig
all
some
right.
of that up, couldn't we? Steve?
Yeah, maybe try and gig it up
Stick
somewhere
it
along the way. It's 1981, I couldn't tell you what episode, I mean, Jesus.
Wow. Okay.
80, 81.
You talk about you 8 years of age.
Yeah.
You got into that. I did my first stage appearance at the age of 8.
Go ahead.
Dressed as a sailor.
No way.
Seriously.
And then you go into
Turns out my mother was right in the front row, and I can still remember the lines today. It
Go on.
was, "A sailor brave you can see I am. My ship is called the Saucy Sam. I sail across the oceans blue and bring my love back home to you."
Oh, lad, just give that a round of applause. Oh,
I
yeah.
loved acting, but I went in the Navy.
I know.
So what did you prefer, the Navy or the... Did you do acting in the Navy?
I was a, what do you call it, a pin-up boy.
Okay. that wasn't acting.
I did all sorts of things. I was on the Southern Rock Show in 1966 promoting the Royal Naval Christmas Message Scheme.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
So did you ever consider going more into the acting?
Yes.
Because do you remember Only Fools and Horses, Uncle Albert? He was in the Navy as well. But he actually was in the Navy in real life as well, wasn't he?
He was a bank manager, Lloyd's Bank.
In real life?
In real
No.
That's right, yeah.
No. His grand.
He was in Burwood.
Yeah.
Eventually, but he was in the Navy for years because that's where he started acting.
Yeah.
No. His grandson was in my class at school, and he used to come to sports day and everything like that. So yeah, no.
Buster Merrifield.
Buster
Buster
Merrifield,
that's right. And then Leonard Pierce was granddad.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, what a gent! Never worked with him, but I mean, you'd love to meet people like that. I mean,
do, yeah.
I mean, I've been fortunate who I've met, and then I've had great.
Have you got a
mentors.
favourite person that you've worked with? Like a favourite famous person, like proper A-lister?
Brendan Gleeson.
Brendan Gleeson.
I know he's an Irish actor. He's brilliant. He loves stunt guys, and he's so kind to stunt guys, and he's lovely. You know, and I remember I doubled him on a film called Kidnapped, where I had to basically canter on a horse. I got shot, and then I came off the horse and I came down. And even before, like the stunt guys were there, say, all right, yada yada, and he was there. Okay, yeah, look, I really appreciate it. You know, you just amazing guys.
Doing it.
Yeah. You know, they're just stunt actors who are brilliant, like the wonderful Roger Moore, and I loved it. He stayed in publicly.
You worked with Roger Moore?
No. I met him, but I never worked with him. I'd love to have.
But you met him. That's
I
pretty
met
cool.
him, yeah. And
What was he like? Was he like?
Just a gent.
Really?
Class actor. I mean, what you saw on screen, off screen, he was that man. He was just so beautiful. But I don't know, I'm a stuntman. Oh, I love stuntman because I like to act and you like to do stunts, and I get well paid, and it's important that you get paid too. And he was like that. He loves stunt guys. He wouldn't take money out of a stuntman's pocket. You know, he acts. Stuntmen do stunts.
So tell us about. So you did your first stunt at the age of 8 years old.
Yeah.
So how long was it after that you were doing them consistently?
Well, about 18 or 19, I would, I'd meet up with a wonderful Bronco McLaughlin in East Pass, where Bronco was a member of the British Stunt Register. He did Total Recall, he did Bond movies. And I'd be hanging around with Bronco and rehearsing stunts and doing stunts. And then back in 1994, when the film industry really started taking off in Ireland, we then started, there was Rob Roy, there was Braveheart, there was Kidnapped. And that's one that
So you went from 8 years old to what did you do
I
after
was
that?
about 25
Did you
then. I was just, we were always in touch with stuff, but you're right, so who's going to hire you,
No, obviously,
So,
but when was it that you actually started going,
I really
right,
getting back
this
into
is serious
it.
now?
I was 25 and really just made it happen. And because the industry in Ireland was dead. So I was blessed that I met up with Bronco, and then I met the wonderful Paul Weston in 2000, and I started working on a movie called The Count of Monte Cristo. That was with...
Is that Irish?
No, it was an international movie.
Right,
It was with Guy Pearce.
Is that what I
Jim
met you in Los
Cavell.
Angeles?
Yes, Jim Cavell.
So when we met in Los Angeles, I was 23.
Yeah.
So how old are you now?
I am
25.
50. I am 21 at heart, baby. I am 21 at heart. You go, yeah. I got Roger Moore sitting over here. I got Mr. Wonderful sitting here.
Okay, so you're 50. So okay, so you were 25 at the time when I met you. So we met. Basically, just
Great time.
paint the picture. I'd been working for Walt Disney for a year in Orlando, Florida, and from the age of 22 to 23, came back to England and thought, I need to get back to America, and went back to the USA and thought, I'm going to crack Hollywood in 1 month.
Didn't we all? Didn't we all?
And then I went and we stayed at the Venice.
Oh God, the Venice.
It was a Venice hostel.
Yeah.
And I went in there with my best mate, JWP, James Warwick Pridham, still to this day one of my best friends. And
Earl.
we went in the Earl of Warwick.
The Earl of Warwick.
But we went in there and he stayed.
Well, that's what he is.
Would you remember you hooked him up with an older woman?
I
shouldn't really say this on here, but you hooked him up with an older woman.
old dear.
And he ended up staying after the month
Yes,
for
he
another 10 years.
That's right. That's right.
He's like a younger version of Rodney.
Yeah, except he wasn't with the old dear. He used it and abused it, you kids.
Sorry about the language. Sorry about the language.
I'm sorry about the language.
But either way, when we were in Hollywood, I do remember the first person we met in the hostel was this guy. And it's one of those, you're either really serious, like really serious,
Very, very.
or you're...
believe that.
I know he is. This is where it turns really weird. It's like he's 1 minute he's mad, like absolutely bonkers, and then suddenly he'll go, but you know what, there I was, and then I had to cook it, and it's like, oh, he's then suddenly really, really serious. But it was funny, he was talking to us for an hour in this hostel, and then the next day we all went, should we go for a pint in the middle of Santa Monica? So we all went for a pint somewhere, and there was like an estate agent. We went to the Hooters. We didn't need to say that.
No, we went to Hooters. No, let's be quiet. We went to Hooters because the food is wonderful.
Delicious.
It's finger licking.
Great,
It's fun.
great chicken wings.
She had. Anyway. What can you say?
Mother's going to watch it.
Hi, Mum.
But my point is, we're walking down the road, and at that point, I'd only seen Hooper's like really serious side. And then all of a sudden, while we're walking down to Hooters, we walk past this estate agent.
For artistic purposes.
And out of the blue, he goes, I've got to go in there and speak to that woman and tell how beautiful she is.
Oh,
And he literally went in there, started doing this house, and I was like, where did this guy show up from? This is the most hilarious thing I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, while we were in Los Angeles, consistently you were always off, like out hustling. Like, so it wasn't that easy.
No, it wasn't. I was hustling and working, and before I went to Los Angeles, I actually would look at all the stunt guys and the film credits, because before that there wasn't on the internet or Facebook or anything like that, so it was literally that. So I'd look at all these guys and I'd ring up, there was a company, there was like Jonies, and it was basically like a facsimile service phone whereby I could ring SAG and if they would put me through to the stunt coordinator, it was like Jonies, and it was like a call answering service, but they could patch me through to coordinators. I mean, I got to chat with the wonderful Billy Burton, and there he's gone down to work on Zorro, you know, back in 2099. I just telling him all about, look, I'm coming over, love to meet you. And I was just like gung ho, you know, and I said, you know, you know, and someone says no, outside of a woman, you know, you just go for it. And I went for it, and I was telling everybody, I was, you know, in between normal jobs, and I was packing shelves in a supermarket, like, and this woman came along and I met her. I was having a laugh and a joke. And her son worked in the movies. I met him, I rang him, he rang me, we met, we clicked, he got me my first gig as a PA. I met the stunt guys and an amazing Eddie Matthews and Don Dunn got me my SAG card, and on the second units I got to meet then the wonderful Tom McComas. He's Ben Affleck's stunt double for the last 26 years, great friend. He sponsored him a visa to go back. Sure. It's just
Did you find you responded well with, is there any jealousy within stunt work, or do you find, is there any like, oh, he thinks he's, is there any of that?
I'm sure there is.
Or is there a beautiful community?
It's a great community. I've never come, I personally
small,
have never
small
come,
community.
very, very small, very, very small, Rodney. I mean, you know, you can see a name of 10,000 guys, but there's a core of about 500 to 1,000 that are working and actually earning on a regular living, literally. So it is a tough game.
Have we got another mic for Rodney? Have we got another one, Steve? Have we got another mic?
Steve, have we got another mic? Radio Moscow, anytime now, yeah. Steve is currently at the PC, looking wonderful and gorgeous and sexy.
And listening to music.
And listening to music, yes. He's probably going, it's probably, I'm going to guess it's ex-hamster maybe. But anyway, as I'm here while we're waiting, listen guys, on a serious note, I met this beautiful couple.
Oh, he wants to do it.
And I do, no.
You're going to do it? Oh, is this about the people that in your Harbour Heights?
I stayed in the Harbour Heights Hotel, and this beautiful couple wrote a fantastic kids book. On a serious note, and it's actually called, I have to write this down, it's actually called The Echoes of Fellini, and it's an enchanted quest of courage and reunion with Whiskers the Fire. The Whisker Fire, the Dragon Cat, and guys, I tell you, it's like Puss in Boots 1, 2 and 3, or it's like Shrek. It's a fantastic book for kids, and I really just want to make a personal touch to anybody who loves kids books, and it's really, really beautiful. You can go to amazon.co.uk and buy this book. So once again, it's just Echoes of Fellini, and it's written actually by Nia Glenson. It's a wonderful read. It's great for kids, and I just, you know, it'd be lovely for people to support them. Thanks.
Now, so we've got a question through from Kirsty. Kirsty's watching right now, and she would like to know what's a movie where we can actually see your face in it? Is there one?
Let me see. There could be Soul Keepers, Kidnapped when I came off the horse for Brendan Gleeson, or The Count of Monte Cristo. I was at the top of a mast and I dropped down, and I was about 30 foot, so we dropped down and hit the upside down of a boat. You'll see me in that. Let me see. I got blown off of a 50-foot. We did a movie called Soul Keepers back in '99, and we did a scene with Tom where we fought each other, and then we got blown from an explosion over a balcony, and we dropped about 50 foot over a balcony. You can make me out briefly, but when you're doubling the actors, it's tough. Then I doubled Liam Neeson on a couple of fight sequences on Rob Roy, but
how was Liam Neeson?
He's great, but I didn't meet him because a lot of stuff genuinely on stunt guys.
So he might have been horrible.
Yes, it could have been, but I don't know.
We're not going to say that.
No. I know. No,
I'd
say Liam. Absolutely, I know Liam is great. All these guys are great, but it's rare you sort of meet them, because what happens is give you an example. The Hitman's Bodyguard, an amazing movie. Greg Powell was stunt coordinator. My own mentor and great friend Chuck Borden was working on it. I met Chuck on the set. I got permission to come down. Everything was great. And when you see this, it's a sequence right in the center of Amsterdam. Where is it? What's the actor? Ryan Gosling? Is it, or Ryan Reynolds? Who owns Wrexham Football Club? Is it Ryan Reynolds? Ryan Reynolds is sitting there at the bar, pouring his heart out to the barman, and the barman's getting bored as fuck. I'm sorry, can you say that word? Well, I just did now, anyway.
Sorry, I didn't understand you.
Good stuff.
You got a lovely accent, but I don't always get it either.
No.
Oh, that's good. Though.
I just thought you said Ryan Reynolds is getting bored.
Yes. So he was pouring his heart out to the barman, and Samuel L. Jackson was walking down, and there's a guy comes out and shoots him, and all hell breaks loose. There's a great chase sequence in the cars. There's boat scenes, and you see cars going through about 40 guys and women, and they're running everywhere. And you see Ryan there giving it large, but in reality, his doubles were there. And they weren't there, so they shoot it, they're gone, and then they do the actual action sequences. So it's rare that you actually meet them. Yeah, but it's rare that you meet them, in fairness, because they've already done the thing, and then the stunt guys come in and coordinators says, right, we need you to do blah, 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 and you get on to do it. You know what I mean? I love it. I mean...
So Derek's just got in touch. He said, now, obviously, being a stuntman, you have to be fit.
Yes.
No, like really, like, and I remember when I did a lot of, because I did a bit of acting, and then I lived in LA for 5.5 years, and I was on quite a few different films as an extra or sometimes a featured extra, and whenever I met stuntmen, it was like meeting footballers. They did have to stay in brilliant shape. Now, Derek's just asked a good question. He said, is it similar that with being a stuntman that you can suddenly get to a point where you're past your physical stage?
Yeah, so
or like an athlete.
Yeah, it's like everything else. It's like, for example, I know amazing stunt guys that are in super shape. I mean, Rick Avery is a prime example, amazing shape.
All of the ones I met in Los Angeles were in super shape. I hated standing next to them.
Oh, yeah.
Hated it.
I don't care, Biggie. I loved it because my philosophy is simple as this. You know, if you're good at what you do, that's all that counts. I mean, I knew some guys like myself that are big blokes, and they're still working. Because they still get on and do it. So, you know, because it's like a sumo wrestler. Look, a sumo wrestler, those guys can do the splits.
Well, also, if you're going to be doubling some people, there's going to be bigger people falling over, aren't there?
Yeah.
That are not...
They all want to have
It's not just the Brad Pitts that need a stunt.
That's right. I mean, for example, if you take a lot of the gangster movies, the Italian movies, and you see all these big barrel fellas and the big, heavy guys, and they're just bouncing around and just having fun. Yes, absolutely.
Sopranos.
So it's just great fun. But I just love it. I mean, I'm out of shape, and then I get into shape. And I mean, if I know there's a big show coming up, you're going to work your butt off to get in shape.
So what do you do? Do you just stop? Do you stop? Because
yes, I just want to hold on. Let's categorically state the movie industry is sort of closing down. This is the first point I've had.
Sure.
Okay. This is the first point I've had
in the last 10 minutes.
In the last 10 minutes. Yeah. Listen, folks, they're free. I'm going to drink it. I've got 2 key producers minted here, okay? So it's no problem. You know what I mean? And over here I got Roger Moore. You know, it's all good in the hood. But you got to stay fit. Yes, and answer the question, you do really have to stay fit.
Because was it Fatty Arbuckle? Now, he was a brilliant stuntman as well, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
He was, and he was comical. But I've always thought you should do more comedy.
No, well, you know, Alan, you should know, but I'm very shy and introvert.
No, you've got it all about you. The Irish comedy stunts. Yeah, I think there must be something in there.
No, I just love doing stunts and having fun. I mean, I'm going back to Ireland now.
What's your favourite type of stunt? What's your favourite? Would it be drinking?
Drinking. Oh, well, I can do a drinking stunt any day of the week and twice on Sunday. You know what I mean?
Do a lot of stunt people like a drink? Is that a thing within the stunt world?
Well, I like a drink, and I can't speak for anyone else.
But then you're Irish, aren't
absolutely.
You? The Irish do it very, very well.
Yes. Well, I'm very shy and introvert, Al.
Yes.
You know, I'm very, 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 very shy. You know what I mean?
There's 3 of us here today.
I know. And Roger Moore's drinking as we speak.
But Rodney, you and I are not drinking today.
Yeah.
That's good.
Folks, I just want to say...
Steve is. Oh, Steve is.
Steve is drinking. Yeah.
So
he's having Amaretti. A Moretti, Italian Amaretti. And Guinness. Absolutely. Roll on Diageo. and Coca-Cola.
and
With
black
vodka
coffee.
and whiskey.
And black coffee in a pint glass to look like a Guinness. I should.
Yeah.
tell you that,
I just
should I?
want to say categorically, it's all lies. It's all drinking here, okay? But they're going to tell you they're not, but they are actually.
It's not.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone. He's
That's
only
the
had a
real
half
stuntman
bottle of
right
whiskey.
there.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
But I tell
Pass,
you what.
pass the mic back to him for a while if you don't
Oh,
mind.
no, I don't mind. But I just no. Rabbit. I feel like Chas and Dave. Oh no, I know you got. What is it? Rhubarb. What is it? You got more. What is it? You got more rabbit than Sainsbury's.
He has.
Hey,
Hello,
no,
Kettle. Have you
I'm
met
very
Pot?
quiet.
Somebody's just. Okay.
What?
Somebody's just written in from Denmark. They're listening to Denmark, and they've just said the Irish guy is really funny. I've never heard of him before, but I'd like. What are you doing behind here?
He wants a drink.
Oh right. Well, I can get it. Don't worry. Sit back down. Sit back down. Don't worry. Now, Rodney, I know you did a lot of acting, didn't you, as
I've
well?
done all sorts, in my life. Yeah. Sailor, businessman, priest.
Sailor, priest. Now, tell us about the priest thing.
Oh, don't go.
No, go on. It's interesting.
Did you ever watch the film The Thornbirds?
Make yourself useful, Simon.
Remember
Thank you very much.
Does anybody remember The Thornbirds?
The Thornbirds. Go on.
Starring Richard Chamberlain as
What was the actress' name?
I can't remember. He was
was
away.
wonderful.
She was beautiful.
I know, see it all there.
When I,
You haven't got a microphone.
I know, but I'm on camera.
Yeah.
I got ordained. I'd been working.
Have we got another microphone, Steve? Any chance? Have we got another one? Did you say?
There's one down here.
Yeah.
Just try it, because I can't.
Oh,
Well, let's do a little sound check. Let's do a little sound check.
no, I'd been.
Yeah, just pick it up.
Go on, Rodney.
Yeah,
carry on. I'm talking to you. We can hear you really well.
Hello?
Oh, you can.
Hello?
Right.
Hello?
Yeah, don't worry about him.
Yeah.
Do not worry about him at all.
Probably doesn't work anyway.
Him at all.
Does it work,
No,
Steve?
I'd been
Does it work?
volunteering to help with the old folk in Westbourne, working in the Baptist church doing lunches on a Wednesday, I think it was, or something like that. Anyway, I decided that I was going to get ordained, and
Okay.
I did.
And why did you want to get ordained? Because you're not a believer in Christ Jesus, are you? Oh, you're not a strong Christian, I don't believe.
I have a faith.
You're
Hello?
a man of
Hello?
faith.
Come
But
true?
you
There's
are
a difference between religious and faith.
The-
And I have
massively.
Yeah.
massively.
Anyway, I remember
We're just
when
doing a test
the
here,
first
sorry.
time
1,
I
2, 1,
turned
2.
up with a dog collar on.
I tell you what, just wait a second. We're gonna get this working first. We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
What do you mean right
Is
back?
this
No,
going out
continue,
live
continue.
now?
No. Well, we can't with you just waffling on in the corner, can we? It's unbelievable.
I'm on.
Oh my
I'm
God.
on.
He's
I'm
on.
I'm on.
Right. This is one thing I ask guys. Please don't talk over one another. Try and do that.
Never do that.
It's a
Never.
test.
No.
Try and, I'm talking to the two worst people in the world for
So you were
that.
saying you were a vicar?
No, he wasn't a vicar. He was a
No.
priest.
Of
He
Dimmy.
trained as a priest, although he.
No,
Yeah.
I was in the Episcopal Church.
You were in the what church?
Episcopal Church.
Shut up, Simon.
And the first time I turned up in a dog collar to do lunch with all these old girls. They all came.
All
over,
these old
running over
girls?
to me, and kissing me, you see.
So you
The
thought
guy
this is
who
a good
the guy who
job?
ran it, he said, Rodney, I don't believe this. I said, what's that? He said, the Thornbird springs to mind.
What are you doing?
I'm popping his mic up.
Oh yeah. Let it just rest like this. Very simple. Just let it rest like that. Simple. Simple.
right-
And
right
you?
there.
Yeah.
Right there. Oh, just right there, right there. Look, take it seriously, okay? This is the first run.
I think it'd be your my last time on it.
Anna, okay, I got another.
Are you on the Episcopal?
If you've got any questions for Rodney, please put it in the chat. We haven't got any at the moment, to be honest with you.
I don't
But
know
we've got like three.
I've
I've
got
got three different questions right here.
What?
For who put? Chuck's online, so Chuck's
Hi,
watching.
Kirsty. Hi, Chuck. He's
Chuck
my
Borden.
mentor. Chuck Borden, a world-renowned stuntman, over 400 plus
Your
movies.
mentor.
My mentor and
My
great
mate.
friend. Allan's mate. He's going to be in a movie with him.
I
And by the way the things are going here, I think us four will be in the same movie. Funny enough, he's just going to love it.
Please, 5.
Oh, I tell you, Chuck Borden's been a great friend and a mentor to me. He has 400 plus movies. We met about 2010.
Where did you meet?
We actually was I met through a guy that he knew, and we started talking and chatting. And then I got his Billy, his dog and bone, his phone number, and I gave him a call, and we met, we spoke, and then I went over to him, and then we just had a laugh and a joke, and we clicked. We'd have a couple of jars, you know. For a fella that doesn't drink, he likes the well. For the fella that doesn't drink, he shifts a lot. But anyway, on a more professional note, we did a lot of high falls, fights, fire scenes, car hits, and just a lot of laughing and joking.
Well, that leads me to this question. Tammy's just written in, and she said, "Have you ever been seriously injured from a stunt?"
Yeah, I dislocated my right shoulder.
What were you doing? What was the stunt, and what was the movie?
Oh, what was the movie? What was the movie? I'm trying to think now. Bear with me 1 second.
Has someone just written in? Steve's just laughing at the moment.
Has someone just
what's
written
happened?
in?
Yeah, John Mulvey just said, tell Hooper to save the drinks till he gets home.
Hey,
How you
Hank.
doing,
John Mulvey, Hank. I gotta give it out.
Don't
to
worry,
Hank.
there'll still be
I'm a
left.
member-
There will be
I'm
some
a
left.
member of Hank's stunt team, and Hank is one of the best fire guys in Ireland, and I gotta give a shout out to him. The boy is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
He's one of the best fire guys. There's only 2 or 3 people I'd allow set me on fire, and he's one of them. He
So this guy's
really
a
knows-
stunt guy as well.
a stunt man as well, a great stunt.
And you
man,
actually were set on
and-
fire,
I was set on fire.
but you didn't
the
get
hell did you do to
hospitalised that day.
protect
No.
yourself?
No. I set on fire on a movie called Nightmare, and also a movie called A Man on Fire. Yeah, absolutely. Well, you hit about 1,500 degrees in about 30, 40 seconds, and it's hot, and you got to keep on moving. And when you're waving your arms around, you're trying to wave the flame to get the little breath of air.
And where
in,
was this?
and
Where was
that's
this?
it. That was when I was with Chuck over in Holland on his movie called.
Oh, it's in
Nightmare.
Holland.
Yeah. I basically did a fight scene. No fire. We had to set me on fire and then go out a window, and I was like a zombie, and it was cool. You know what I mean? And what I loved
you were
about it
fine.
was,
And then you went for a pint.
yeah, absolutely. But
Oh, wow.
yeah, no, Hank Mulvey, Hank Mulvey, Hank's done to him and with his team, and he's a great guy. I mean, he really is a great. He just actually finished a movie there. I think it was Dublin, Dennis O'Leary, back in Ireland, where he had to drive a car through a brick wall. And then we have cables at the back of the truck just to stop it dead.
Yeah.
And that's what you do. And he's a really great stuntman, great coordinator.
Where's the
and a really
highest
good
you've
friend.
actually fallen from?
I did an 80-foot fall with Ron Altoff.
80 foot.
80-foot, yeah.
And what do you land on?
I hit an airbag.
Like, one of those
you
chunky
bounce?
airbags.
Yeah, big huge airbag. Yeah. But
Did
every
it
time,
pop?
But as I learned with the wonderful Chuck Borden, that when you're off center, it hits like a bitch. It's like a belly flop. And I was with Chuck. I did about 40 high falls with him in a couple of days, and I did 4 discs. My whole neck locked up.
I feel that. Like talking to you off the record,
You know,
though.
you fall on your knee,
Yeah.
and the water and it blows up. There's the water around the knee. There's water around the knee
protect
to
you,
protect your
yeah,
knee
yeah.
from doing any more damage. I more or less had that on my whole backbone. So when I got back to my spinologist, Noel P. Doyle in Blessington, he says, I can see the damage. I mean, it took him 90 minutes to rearrange my whole back.
Talking to you a lot off the record, your free falls seem to be the one you really enjoy the most.
Oh, I love high falls.
Is
It's a freedom. It's a thing about freedom. I don't know what it is. It's
Have
just
you done a parachute jump?
No.
Bungee jump?
No.
No?
I haven't done the
Zip line?
bungee jump. I don't do
Zip
I
line?
yeah, I've done a zip line. Yeah. The one in Wales, you know, you want to go
Yeah,
about
but it's
300
the
foot,
longest one
250.
in the
Yeah,
world. I'd like to try that.
absolutely a buzz.
I'd
love to try
Oh,
that.
it's great.
Yeah.
It's an absolute buzz. And it's like when I flipped a car for James Patrick Ward. He has James Patrick Ward is a great actor. His cousin is John Connors, and James has me in his contract for any stunts.
He wants you.
Yeah, he takes the Roger Moore approach. I act, and he does stunts.
And
And
that's
that's it. And I love that. And I would love if all actors were like that. But look, you know, the world has changed. Things have changed. You got green screen, you got whatevers. But
Yeah.
you're always going to need stuntmen and stunt women because the nature of the industry. And even though there are not a lot of people that do high falls or required to do high falls because of green screen, I still love them.
Really.
I do.
Have
I
you got a
absolutely
death
love
wish
them.
or what?
No death wish. I just you calculate everything.
Yeah, of course you
And
do.
then you go from there, but I just love it. It's that sense of freedom. I can't explain it. It's just brilliant. It's pushing your body to the limits and then some.
So Kirsty's just asked another question, and she'd like to know what is the most exotic place you have ever been to do a film?
Me, it was when I was in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's a great spot. Absolutely great. But I'm going to Italy.
Oh, it was for Rodney.
What was that?
Oh my!
Sorry.
Poor Kirsty, you should have said it's for the fucking vicar of Dibley over here.
You know.
I need part of the.
Sorry about
No,
this
no, no.
Irish.
Well, just
No,
for the
no.
record, this is going to be a much more exciting answer anyway.
Yeah,
So look, here we go. Go on.
Yeah.
Now,
What was the
Rodney,
repeat
the
the
most
question.
exotic place you've ever been with the Navy.
My life. Wow.
What's the place you? If you were able to go back right now,
I'd go
so
back to the Pacific.
Pacific.
I love the Pacific.
So do I. Yeah.
I love one of the nicest places I ever went was Norfolk Island. It was an old penal colony, north of New Zealand and east of Australia.
Have you
Sorry,
done?
can you
Have
say
you
that
done
again?
the whole world pretty much?
I've visited 123 different countries in my life.
And
Right, and that would be your favourite.
now, I've
Have you done Fiji and
Yeah,
Hawaii
Fiji,
and
Tonga.
Bahamas?
One of the strangest places I ever went to. It's now called
Mallorca.
Vanuatu. It used to be called
No, sorry, right, Roger.
Vila in the New Hebrides, right?
Right,
We
the
got
Hebrides in Scotland.
New Hebrides.
New
In
Hebrides.
those days, it was mandated between the English and the French.
Oh, right.
In the Pacific, and
In
the
the
English
Pacific.
drove on the left, and the French drove on the right on the same roads. That was interesting.
Now, I have to ask this question.
Go on.
This is a very serious question.
Go on.
No, it's a very serious question.
Don't be shy.
No,
You're allowed.
No. Since I know you were part of the Episcopal Church, right? Or whatever it's called, right?
Yes.
Would you have been like in Oldie Fools and Horses when Uncle Albert had a woman in every port? Remember that
no.
scene
Worse.
where they all looked
No,
like
he had two.
Uncle
He had
Albert?
two. He's much better looking than Uncle Albert.
Oh,
isn't
he
he?
is,
You know,
definitely.
Sorry,
Let's-
Buster
let's
Merrifield,
have a
may you
vote
rest in peace. But
online
you know.
that Rodney is more good looking than Uncle Albert from Del Boy. Let's get a vote going.
From
And by
Del
the way,
Boy.
we're doing
From
a
Del Boy.
funding, so put money in your pocket. All right, it's for the what's the name of this production again?
This is called the ATW podcast.
The ATW podcast,
And it's
Mr.
Liver and
Buddy's
Bacon
up on
production,
there.
live from the Shabby Shack.
Shabby Shag, and cheers, because it's not Guinness. I promise it's not Guinness,
And he's
but we're
got a spot on
sponsored
his
by
tongue
them.
And his nose is getting longer.
Absolutely.
No, we used to have a saying in the Navy.
Well, you had to say in the
Easy,
Navy, go
Sam.
on.
Dobie, never go ashore. Never have to hammer on the sick bay door. Now, you work that one out for yourself.
I think
Okay,
Steve
you
got it
just
first.
worked that one out, okay.
Steve got it first. Me and Simon were kind of like, no, no, don't understand. Don't understand.
No. Is that some sort of STD?
So Fiona's now written in, and
Hello,
she
Fiona.
said,
Fiona.
Yeah, who's Fiona?
don't know, just says
Just
Fiona.
don't say hello,
just
Fiona.
says Fiona. So
Hi,
I don't know.
Fiona.
You can say,
Not Fiona.
Oh, no, we're very serious here,
I
Fiona.
don't think it's your ex. No, I think in fact this.
My ex. I knew
Well,
you
all
were-
right, but this Fiona's in Wales, so
Oh, no.
Fiona
Oh, I
in
never
Wales.
was a
so-
woman in Fiona from
and
Wales.
I've seen a picture of her, and she's.
I know,
It's
but-
not your Fiona, no.
Dag you siarad Gymraeg?
I don't speak
No,
Welsh.
I knew if Fiona from Poole, but anyway, sorry, no.
But either way,
Anyway, it's not Fiona
Fi-
from Poole or from
Fiona
Dog.
has just asked me. She said, "Look, could you ask Cooper? Has he ever had a last-minute stunt gig? Like just out the
Having a
blue,
pint to
someone
go.
said, so you might have been on the beer the night before, something like that, and you suddenly get a call at 5 o'clock in the morning and say you've got to be on set by 8.
Yes. I've had
From an agent or anything like that, yeah.
No, one of the stunt coordinators rang me for a show back in Ireland, and I had. Yes, I had a long night and a short day, and yeah, we'll leave it at that. And she was lovely, but
Too many secrets.
no.
Have you ever been not prepared and suddenly had to just go and wing it? Because it could be that you're just.
No,
you-
well, I
I
tell
mean, the
you
one
this
thing with
much,
DJing is a lot of the time, if we get a last-minute gig. And we may have had a bit of a crazy night there before, a couple of whiskeys and a paracetamol, and we're away, and we can do another. But
Yeah,
as a stuntman, you need to be fit. You need to be healthy.
Yeah, Demroll is an amazing thing. But anyway, on a more serious note, it's a painkiller. No, I got a phone call when I was with Ron Altoff, and we had finished a night shoot. Back in 1999 with Ronnie, we were in like 2 or 3 shows in a day. It was great times. You were just working. If you weren't required on set, boom, you go to another movie. And we had just got back in, and it was God, I think we got our head down for about 2 or 3 hours.
And then straight.
Boom, we got a phone call to get back on set for another move. When we went, and it was great fun. So I just had to do a driving scene. I was one of the main, they were short of driver. I was one of the main drivers. I was
Main driver, and you were you tested?
I was gonna say,
Suppose
yeah,
the
you
police
tested
weren't there,
that.
were they? So
Listen, I'm a stunt. I'm not going to fly, drive, do anything you need, son. You know what I mean? But
I'm not getting in your car. not after a night like that. No, thank
who's
you.
that one? Fiona, was it?
That's Fiona in Wales.
Fiona in Wales. The answer to the question is yes. I've been called out with Ron Altaf, and we went to do a movie, and I was in the valley, and it was a driving sequence where we had to put a reverse 180 on a movie. Can't think the movie's up in the valley, and it was a hot day, and we were short rested. But yeah, you just go because you never say no to a stunt because you don't know when you're going to get called again. Right. But on the serious note, I'll always say that on a serious note, know your limitations, and most importantly, don't say yes to something that you really can't do. For example, I don't do motorbikes. I rehearsed a motorbike stunt. I came off the bike and I hit dirt, i.e. as in like sand, which I was rehearsing for a stunt, and I said, this isn't for me. Ronnie was great. He said, try it and see if it works, but it didn't, and I came off the bike. Now, if that had been on the concrete, i.e. asphalt or tarmac at him, I would have been torn up. I mean, I've nearly lost my leg coming off a horse. I've dislocated a shoulder.
But horse riding's good. You're okay with horse riding?
Yeah, I don't mind horse riding. Yeah, horse riding's
So you prefer that to riding a motorbike?
Yeah.
Skateboarding?
Yeah.
Skateboard a bit?
No, I can't skateboard.
How's your
I can't
rollerblading
surf.
going these days?
If they pay me enough, I'll rollerblade right anywhere. I'll write down Hollywood and Vine and go, yippee-ki-yay.
How's your Boris bike going?
Oh, I love
Bojo.
it, Boris, and if the money's right, I'm there. I mean, here's one for you. There I am. It's 25 years since Tom McComas and I met, and as I said, he's Ben Affleck's stunt double. And I was talking to a producer, we were flying over, and along the short of it, she had asked me when I explained to her, she said, "What would you love to do?" I said, "Well, you know." I said to her, it's like this. I would love to, on the movie The Fall Guy, they set a world record for the most amount of flips. It's 8.5 flips by Logan Holiday, an amazing guy, an amazing stunt performer, and one top-class guy. And she was asking me, what would I love to do? And I was just, like Tom McComas and I was saying, well, you know what? I said to her, it's all right. It's all right, people. We just got a mobile phone here going off. All right. I mean, really, on a set and the movie. You know, I mean,
mine's going mental. There's loads of questions coming through, but it's kind of relevant.
You know,
Rodney's just had one of his mistresses call. So that's the problem.
has got a booty call. Anyway, his face is going red, so it's true. Anyway, he's going, not tonight, love. I'm on TV. Anyway, and. So she asked me, and I said on a serious
I'm on the
note,
telly.
I said I'd like to do I do a fire scene, a 300-foot high fall out of a building on fire. Tom McComas and I, and she asked me. She said, "What was the price?" I said $350,000. She said to me, "That's quite a lot of money."
That's what you got paid.
No. That's my price to do the stunt. It's a one-off gag. So she said to me, "That's a lot of money." I said, "No. That's $350,000 for me. That's $350,000 for Tom McComas. Jeff Barnett will be the stunt coordinator, and it's $1 million stunt." And with that, then she took my details, and I gave her my details to plant the seed. But most importantly, she said, "That's a lot of money." I says, "Yeah. Well, think of it this way: you're with Fox Studios. Think of the amount of money you're paying certain actors, and I won't mention the actor's name, but they're paying a certain actor 1.5 million a week for a show in Ireland." And I said, "Give him $500,000 for a week off, and give me the $1 million, and I'll give you the greatest stunt ever."
So obviously the industry's changed a lot in the last couple of years, specifically, especially since the pandemic. But you were back there literally 2 weeks ago, weren't you? Back in Hollywood. And you mentioned how it's a lot harder to get onto the sets now. Is that right?
Yeah, a fantastic, two amazing stunt people that Chuck Borden would know really well. The wonderful Lisa Hoyle, who won a Taurus Award in 2007 for the Pirates of the Caribbean, and the wonderful Greg Anthony. They're an amazing couple and super stunt people. Really amazing. And Greg gave me a call on November 4th in the morning. Said, "Look, Coop, I'll see if I can get you down onto set." And I can't mention the movie, honestly. It's an NDA, so I won't mention it. But it was a huge film. And I was to meet the coordinator. He wanted to meet me. But in order to go down now, I think it comes from the very top. It's got to come from like the most highest person, whether it be the most serious producers, and it comes down. The days of you just rocking up to the studio and going, "Hey, I've arrived, yeah, let them on." It's changed. Now, It's
I remember that
probably
so
the
well.
security.
I mean, I was 5.5 years in Los Angeles, and I did a lot of work on different TV shows and stuff like that. I was a warm-up host and things like that. But it was very easy to get people to.
Yeah,
If anyone
don't
said, "Oh, I'd
change
like
now.
to see it," and I'm like, "Yeah, come on board." I mean,
Yeah.
when you think about it, I was working with some real A-listers.
Oh yeah, you did Donald Trump.
Well, I worked on the. A joke we did have for a while
I
was
just want to say, Alan loves Donald Trump.
I worked for Trump for 3 months, and I met him every day for 2 months. And
He's a lovely bloke.
as a person, I liked him. But the problem is, I would meet Hitler and like him. So I
Depends who's paying you, Alan, isn't it?
yeah. But actually, no. I liked
we
I
just-
liked the way he was with his family. I liked the way as a personal level, I liked him. And from a political angle, I'm not really going to go into it right now because that's not what this podcast is about.
hell
so,
no. But I just want to say,
But either way, let me just get to the point you were saying. You're right. Someone could have showed up, like you could have flown in. I could have said, "Yeah, come on.
You can't do it
I'll
anymore.
sign you in."
I think it's down because COVID.
And then if you got a gun out and tried to shoot him, I would have had to say, "Donald, duck."
Quack, 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 quack. It's okay, ladies and gents. We have a vicar here, a priest, and a holy bloke from the Episcopal Church. No, he's from the Episcopal
He's
Church.
fired. He's fired.
You know what I mean? I mean, the producer over here is just trying to keep a straight face.
Terry Ambrose has written in, and he said, "Look,
Terry?
when you met
Jerry, all right, Jerry. Story, Rory.
tell
All right, tell.
Terence."
Terence, all right, Terence, all right, tell, all right, Sam.
He's asked whether we stayed in contact because we've met in the youth hostel. And
Alan and
are there any crazy stories?
Yeah. Yes, loads, but this isn't the right time.
Well, I think we can tell one. I think we can
I'll
tell
let you
one.
tell
and
it.
that
I'll let you
is-
tell it, Sam.
Well, there was one situation where my friend, who we talked about before, JWP, James Warwick Pridham, the Earl, and we made friends
what?
with this guy, and he was a pimp. Yeah, we met. We were 23. He was 22, 23. He later then stayed there. He got
Rockers.
hooked up with the older lady and stayed there the whole time. But I remember we made friends with this pimp, and we thought it was the coolest thing in the world. He was a German pimp, a Deutscher pimp.
What's
yeah.
his name?
Yeah,
And
that's
he-
good, yeah!
Richard,
Yeah!
Richard Studball.
Either way, he suggested to us, we were in Los Angeles, California,
Yeah.
and he suggested to us that
be
we should go
serious.
down to Tijuana. And he said, "Oh, it's going to be great, and we're going to have a fantastic time. It's going to be absolutely wonderful."
That's good, yeah!
And we were like, he goes, "It's going to be cheap beer, cheap women, and all that jazz. We take you to the strip bar." And we were like, "This is amazing." Two English guys from Bournemouth. We were like, "Yes, this is amazing." So we got in the car, and I remember Simon was there going, "No, what are you doing? You can't possibly do it." And the whole youth hostel was going, "What are you doing?" And we went, "No." He said he's going to take us down to Tijuana to the strip bar, and we're going to drink lots of beer and stuff.
I never
like
was
that.
an angel, ladies and gents. So when you know a dodgy geezer, you know a dodgy geezer.
Well, he knew the dodgy geezer, but I think it wasn't so much him knowing the dodgy geezer. It was more us being stupid enough to not notice
Yeah.
at all.
Naive. I think.
Two very middle class lads from Dorset.
Because the
Either way,
promise of, exotic bars, we'll say. Exotic bars.
Either way, we went down. We went over there, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning at Tijuana. And the guy then suggested, he goes, "Put your passports and your wallets in the glove compartment because it is very safe." Yeah.
That's good,
This is just to add to the stupidity of these middle class boys from Bournemouth. And we went, "Okay, that sounds good." And they went, "Oh God, off to the exotic bars we go." But yeah, then he literally ditched us in Tijuana.
Leaving you without passports.
Or wallets.
I think
Or
so.
wallets. And no mobile phones in those days.
Rodders,
3 o'clock in the morning.
Rodders, the word you're looking for, right, is who's left in. No. This shit.
Big, deep.
Shit.
Well, by this point, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, because we did go and enjoy Tijuana. It was a lot of fun. But the guy suddenly said to me, "You know, it turns out I'm a crackhead." I'm like, "What? What? you're a crack. No. And he said, yes, I need to go and get my crack. And I was like, no. What are you doing? How have we just been so stupid?
Yeah.
Did you ever get your wallets back?
What do you think?
That's good, yeah.
How did you get back into the States?
Well, this is just it. So the next bit was that I ended up losing my temper like crazy.
Yeah.
And it was to the point that I'm not someone that does violence or anything like that, but there was a gang that were going to come and I mean, I've only been told this since, but James said that there was a gang coming towards us, and they actually, because I was flipping out so much, I was so angry that it looked like they went, oh, let's turn around, and then we got taken to the police station, and Mexican police station. You've obviously been to Mexico.
I've been to Mexico.
So the Mexican police station, I remember my buddy James went, right, I want a chopper in the air. We need to follow this Mustang. We need to get this sorted.
This
I
is
need
not my
20
alley
police
voice.
guys. And, then, and the Mexican police officer just goes, okay, uno minuto, eh? And we went, excellent. He's sorting it out. And he came back with his coffee and donut and goes, okay, what are you talking about?
Hey.
We said we need to get through the border. We need to get through the border. And then he literally just said, okay, I'll take you to the border. We thought they were going to take us through the border. Yeah. They literally just drove us to the border, 50 meters away from the border, said, border. Border. Well, then we went in, and they did. I mean, they grilled us because they knew, but they knew we were idiots. They knew we were absolute idiots, but they were also knew we weren't. They also knew we weren't nasty.
Yeah.
We were just a little bit ballsy for doing something so ridiculously naive and probably
dipstick.
Yeah. Well, we had a good hour.
I'm sure they did.
We had a good hour there, but nevertheless, So this, I'm leading to that. So we were allowed one phone call, and I remember I phoned. I thought, I don't know who to phone. So I'll phone the youth hostel. Now somehow James was smooth talking the people on the door, and we did actually manage. They eventually went, we're just going to let you through. We'd never done this before ever, but we can tell you're both absolute idiots. But we're going to let you through. In the meantime, I'm phoning the youth hostel, and this guy answers the because it's like 4 a.m. And what was his name? Ren.
Ren.
Was he the rapper guy? And he would walk around Venice Beach and And I remember phoning him, and I remember saying, "Hi mate, can you get me on the phone to Simon, please?" Immediately he goes, "Nah, man, he's in bed." That was my one phone call. That was my one phone call. So then I phoned again. I said, guys, something went wrong. They went, no, you've had your phone call. That's it. I said, so then he answered again. I said, right, don't put the phone on me. I'm in mega trouble. Please go and wake up Simon. So he did. He woke you up, and then you organised for some other people to come down in a big. No, Ren was the guy that picked us up. You're right.
I got a boxed off.
Blonde guy with his
with his dreads and going, yeah, man.
But literally, so somehow we had this.
I mean, this is just got shotguns, M16s, and Johnny Bigordi gets out and he goes, yeah, man.
Either way, Simon organised for people to come down and pick us up. So, but we were still let through. Now, I tell you what, we did learn a lesson on the other side because there was a McDonald's there. Other fast food joints are available.
There would have been a McDonald's.
But there was a lady that was a street cleaner, and I'll never forget this because we had no money. Yeah. We had nothing, and she was what's that?
Was she good looking?
She wasn't ugly, but she wasn't. No, you're missing the point here. We were not in that. By that point, we just wanted to get back. Yeah, you're missing the point there completely off track. But the fact is, she knew. We told her the situation that happened to us, and she was a street cleaner, and she goes, right, guys, can I buy you both breakfast? And we were like, oh wow, that is. And she goes, I just want you to pay it forward in life. And then on top of that, she gave us both $20 each. Good God. So thank you. If you're ever watching this podcast, lady, I don't remember your name at all. But I do remember then your mate showed up, Rem, showed up in this yellow
Volkswagen
camper. And then I think I went to the British Embassy and my mother wired me some money. So thanks for that, Mum. I had to get a.
Alan, your mum's watching this, isn't she?
Well, I don't know.
All right, Mum.
She might have turned off by now, to be fair. Yeah.
Alan's mum, if you're there, we love you.
You know what? We are close to the end, aren't we? We are so
Close to
close.
the end. Any more questions?
Are
we any more questions
Steve,
out
not
there
this
in
Steve,
general?
another Steve from Ringwood,
Hello, Steve from
would like to know what's your next project, just quickly.
My next project is
Within
the New
20
Nation.
seconds.
The New Nation is going to be kicking off in January, and it's directed by Adam. What's Adam's second name? Oh, yeah, Adam. What is Adam's? Adam Smith.
Adam Smith.
Adam Smith.
And thank you. And Rodney.
Yes.
And Rodney. Right, Jeff Fisher. He'd like to know. It'd be good though, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be good if it was Jeff Goldblum? But Jeff Fisher, just as good. Just as good. He used to own Poets Corner. He's watching. But anyway, he would like to know, are you going to run for another political? Are you done with politics?
Maybe reform next.
Really? And we'll finish on that note. Thank you very much indeed. It's been a pleasure. Thank you to Stephen Humphreys, Liver and Bacon Production. This is the ATW podcast. Thank you guys. Wave at the camera.
Thank you.
Wave at the camera. Bye.
Nice to see you.